Hello, everybody. Hope you're going right. So, who is here already? 3UZ. Hello. Think you really are the best. Oh, thank you, man. Always a pleasure to read this. And yeah, I think I did it again. Hi P, hi Sophie, hi Nario, hi Basketballs. You hear double voice. Uh, my settings should be okay. Hi, hello. Hi Jenny. Big fan as well. Thank you. Uh, can everybody can confirm me the sound is okay? Someone telling me there is double voice, but I think it's a problem from your side. Sound is okay, say P. Okay, perfect. Luxury is here as well. Good to see you, everybody. Great. So let's start. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss the next ones. So last week finished the stream with a little trade setup. I said I was really unsure of what was going to happen. The count, Elliott wave count, was not very clear to me, but I said this is the trade that I should take. I just forgetting about Elliott wave. We got a range, we got our weekly level up here. And so I'm going to take the trade, and ultimately it worked well. We didn't reach quite the final target, but we'll see. I think we can still reach it. Of course, right now you should already have taken some profit in this trade. But yeah, from the last few stream, prediction have been quite right. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm enjoying it at least. So yeah, subscribe to Twitter, subscribe to YouTube. Take a look at Taurus Crypto. There is a link to the YouTube channel as well. Where you do very often free market updates, luxury, as well as got his Twitter. So yeah, follow the Taurus crew. It's a great trading group. I think we are doing quite great. So let's talk about Bitcoin now. Let me check. There's a lot of people. Nice to see you, everybody. 23 people. Good. So maybe just quickly recap this. That I've been short for quite some weeks since up here, in fact. But I'm a bull. I'm the French bull, and yeah, I believe we are approaching the bottom of this steep correction, and ultimately I'm looking for 200k for Bitcoin. Maybe this year, maybe it will take a bit longer. We'll see how this evolves. Right now, we're going to focus on where we can find the bottom. So it's not the easiest part when you come to Elliott wave and you try to zoom in to find the perfect match for your targets. There is two main counts I got at the moment. One where we are finishing the final fifth of the correction, and an alternative one where we are just finishing a wave 3, and so we could get maybe not that high, but we can get a nice bounce for the first waves and still get a lower low then. Overall, it's possible that we take those lows. Right now, I don't think so. I think it's a gut feeling, but I think we will see accumulation happening in this area. We are seeing quite fear happening right now. People are getting really unsure. We got a break of the market structure as we did make a lower low. We break this low today. So yeah, we got a break of market structure. So it's gonna make some people quite stressed out. And as we may come into this area, I think you will see people waiting to take those low, thinking there's liquidity down there. It's possible. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball. I make prediction based on probabilities and what the data I got. But I think we will not break this low. Pure gut feeling. So now, what we want to look for is obviously we need to try to count this part. We want to find 5 waves here, because if it's a third or if it's the final wave, I mean, we want to look for longs here as bottom start to form. So here again, I got a few possibility, at least 2. So either we made a 1-2 here and we are finishing the third wave of the larger count. It's also possible the third was done here and we already are finishing the 5th. I don't have the answer right now. I don't know. But we are going to see what we can get for confirmation or not. We got as well a few on-chain data and stuff to look at. But right now, like for the higher time frame picture, we're going to want to see if we can find 5 waves in this structure, because it's either a 5th of the third or either the 5th of this 5th. But again, you want to look for long, at least maybe for small bonds. It might not get very high, but it's good to start flipping a bit the side and look more for long than short, I think. Which means maybe take less profit on the long side in case it starts to rise, and be more prudent at taking shorts. But right now we are still in the downtrend, and I don't think it is finished. And yeah, I'm not finding exactly a clear picture between the low time frame that I'm going to show you here and the higher time frame with very good confluence, but we got a few. So we can put the level here. Right now we are bouncing from a daily level. We got the algo target coming a bit lower. We got a monthly level down there, and the second algo target, which I don't think I don't think we can't reach it on this move. To reach the 30k level, yeah, I think we will need that count to play out. So a bigger corrective bounce here that could last a few weeks maybe, and then maybe go for that lower target. Let me check the comment if there's something. Basketball, are you still a bull or turning into French bear? No, I'm still a bull. New to the stream. Cool to see you. Elliott is here. Delirium, nice to see you guys. Viva Fib. Imagine if you accidentally delete those folders. Yeah, that would not be good. In fact, once it happened to me once that I think TradingView deleted all my drawing on the chart. It was quite annoying. But at the end, I know what I'm looking at, so it will not take me so much time to make it again. SSK TPO for signal print. Yeah, we'll look maybe at the TPO chart. But yeah, right now, when can we finish this wave down? Either for bones for a 4 or for the small 4 or for the bigger 4. Right now, I think the best count I went with. To be honest, it was not an easy count that happened this week. People in the crew will be able to tell you if they followed my video. I was quite unsure. We always had the possibility that we made a wave A here, and this might have been an A, B, C. So we were buyer. I was a buyer here. I took some profit from the trade. It's from the short setup from last week at this place. And on this move up, I was quite unsure that we will come back down. But I shared the count anyway. Can show you, I think, yeah, here in yesterday private stream for the crew at Toros. Yeah, I say maybe we are finishing here an ABC and yeah, this could be a wave 1, a wave 1, and a wave 2. And if that's the case, the fall could be pretty steep. And indeed, it was. So I think that's the best count we got at the moment. We got a 1, 2, and now we are looking to finish a third. It is possible that the third is finished here already, and that we are working on this 4. I went for this count. Maybe I can take here that one. I went for this count with a third of this degree instead of putting a third like this and finishing a third here. For a few reasons. First of all, it's a question of time. You can see that here the 4 is really, really small compared to the wave 2 or compared to the wave 1 of the same degree. So I think here we may have something like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Making a wave 3. And ultimately I would like this bigger 3, this one, to reach the 261.8 here we got in blue at about 36,500. It's a good target for wave 3. So that's why I'm keeping this here for the moment. And I will not be able to give you the answer right now. I need to see I need to see some corrective move happening to see how long it will last, how volume will act, to know which degree we are in. After such a steep dip, yeah, you need some time to take a bit of of time and let the market tell you where it is. Right now we are getting a bounce. We did I did long the retests, this retest here, but already taking a profit. Already took the profit, at least the first one. But yeah, here we have a 3 and a 5. We have a divergence building on 30 minutes and the 1 hour as well. We got a lower volume, so we know we have a 5 finishing here, something. But yeah, I think it's a good place to start trying to trade a range. But knowing, yeah, it can, I will not be surprised to see it come a bit lower, reach this algo target, and then maybe get a better range building. That's our feel at the moment. Now, yeah, we'll see what the market tell us. So there's some comment. Pick Safin, like you count more than the one from Chris. However, who knows? Let's just make some money. L'ours français, says P. Yeah, been sharing quite some short setup for the past months. For a ball that not the best. But you know, to show you that the macro, you can have different trend in different time frame. We are in a macro bull run, a 10 years bull run on Bitcoin, a 2 years bull run, and a 6 months bear market, more or less. So I think that's pretty much it for the count. I don't think need to share anything else, because right now these two main count are seems to be the more valid. There's a few things that annoyed me, but yeah, we are reaching target, so we'll see. If something different happen, we'll have to change. But right now, unless we unless we reclaim the slow, lower target is still very valid short term. As you know, we could still be in that 4, so this 4 could come up here. But until we reclaim those slow, yeah, the lower targets remain here. Of course, yeah, you got your first warning if you reclaim this, because it starts to look like if we were to see like a really strong rise before the end of week here and claim back this, you know, maybe something is wrong in my account. But if we continue ranging and we come back test the slow, it's still good. So that's it for the counts. Now we can get a look at the Wyckoff view. As you know, so this is now established as a distribution pattern. Again, unless we reclaim this, in that case, it becomes a steep spring action. But right now, yeah, we could just be starting to build a new range with a preliminary support. So I would expect a lower low to form before establish maybe a bigger range. That's what I'm looking at. What do I wanted to show you as well? Okay, it's a bit a mess. Sorry, I spend a lot of time verifying every count I could think of, trying to find the best fit. But at the end, I didn't change much, but yeah, that's where we are. So now we can take a look at a few interesting data. Here we are looking at magic spread indicator, the indicator I made, which show you what, for this one, the classic one, what a specific group of whales are doing, if they're buying or selling. Right now, we can see they are not selling, they're mostly buying. What I really want to see on this indicator to signal me a bottom is I want to see it come into the 100 here. But yeah, it's encouraging to see it green more than red. It mean to me, yeah, breaking 29K doesn't seem likely right now. But I would like to see a bit more aggressiveness in this. There is another data for the bullish side that I've been monitoring for quite some week. So this is 1,000 to 10,000 Bitcoin wallets. So of course it can be a weak data because on-chain data can be misleading. Not everything is shown on this. I mean, for example, if you are a miner that hold thousands of Bitcoin and you want to sell them, you don't necessarily have to transfer your coins to an exchange to sell them anymore. For the past few years, with the institution coming into Bitcoin, etc., there is other way to sell Bitcoin. For example, by shorting them. So you can transfer just a bit and get a short, but you may as well just put a wallet into how we say this. Maybe you got the key of the wallet, but you share it with an exchange or a liquidity provider to say, this is my Bitcoin, so allow me to trade with that on your exchange, but without moving them, so people will not notice it. So yeah, the on-chain data may become less relevant as time go, but we saw really clearly during that bottom here, a divergence starting to build, where those wallets accumulated a lot of Bitcoin while Bitcoin was slowing down its downtrend, still making lower low. And that's one thing I wanted to see to signal me we may be starting to form a bottom now. And that's exactly what we are seeing right now. We are seeing a significant increase in holding while Bitcoin is dipping. So yeah, here somebody is buying the blood, I can say. Let me check the comments. According to Magic Spread indicator January 5, wealth seems to be accumulating, but later returned. How reliable is this indicator? January 5, yeah, this is a glitch in the data. Unfortunately, yeah, I got some idea to modify the indicator and it doesn't glitch like this. But this was a false signal. That's the kind of signal I would like to see, but this one was faulty because of some exchange used in the calculation for this indicator that was done, not trading, and yeah, that made the wrong data. So yeah, this is not relevant. But we saw a bit of buying there in this area. And selling a bit here. Now you got to understand that when you are a really big player, you don't necessarily buy the exact low and sell the exact high. if you hold thousands and thousands of Bitcoin, your goal is to find liquidity and to keep the market healthy. So people will keep buying, and you can sell during rise and buy during the pullbacks, during the downtrend. And yeah, that's what they do. So they sold here, and there was probably big short position building, and there was underwater for a long time, but they were able to hold on this underwater position, especially with the funding that was really high here, so it was paying them anyway. And at some point, when they sold enough, they just send a really big sell order to break the market structure, and then they can exit their position at profit. So that's a bit the same here. They may have started to buy here, buy, and then they increase their position as price go down, and so their average buy come down as well. And where they're finally set up, they can start to send a big buy order to squeeze short and reverse the trend. And after the crowd do the rest and buy into the trend, and they can sell again into the rise and buy again into the dip. So yeah, it's not the same thing to trade with maybe $10,000 or even $1 million and trade with billions of dollars. You don't have the same issue. Good. So I went a bit fast on this. But yeah, we are in 30 minutes into the stream. What did I want to talk about as well? Yeah, maybe I can talk about the bearish side I still see. There is something. Where it is. I got a picture, I think, somewhere here. That's the bullish side as well. I'm not sure about how it's calculated, but we're seeing accumulation arrows here that are rising. So supposedly there is accumulation according to this metric. The other one, I think it's on the web. Yeah, GBTC. So I don't know if you're aware of GBTC. It's one of the first found that hold Bitcoin on, well, given access to Bitcoin to the classic stock market traders. It was traded on classic stock exchange. And during the previous years, GBTC was constantly trading at a premium compared to Bitcoin. I think at some point it was even trading at 100% premium. 132% premium during the 2017 bull run. There is a few reasons for that. I'm not going to explain everything here, but we started to see this fund trade at negative premium, not at a discount compared to Bitcoin. So that starts March 21, so that was during the March, during that time. That's where it started to trade at a discount. At first I say maybe it's because we now got ETF that are less costly for people and institutions to get into Bitcoin, because GBTC, Grayscale make you pay some fee for holding Bitcoin with them. But we see it's still trading at a heavy discount here, 26%. And we know JP Morgan have been buying the last few months millions of shares of GBTC. So there is some big financial institutions that are buying that, but not enough to make it back at neutral delta. And this is a bit concerning, because if you're an institution, or even if you're a retail trader, I mean, if you can buy GBTC, you can just buy Bitcoin for a 26% discount. So if we are bottoming, why aren't they buying this? That's something I'm really wondering. I would like to see this that start to creep up a lot more. I mean, yeah, that's concerning. Other data we can see in on the sentiment analysis. Mention of bear market is really increasing in blue. Fear is building. Mention of bull market is still diminishing. Buy the dip is still quite high, so it seems that people are still buying the dip. That's also why. So that's a few reasons why I think we are not at the bottom yet. I might be looking for long because I think we might have a good range building, and if we are in this count here, we may have a play for 15% move maybe. So that's still really good, and it's sensible to look for long here. But ultimately, yeah, I would like to see still more despair. And that's why I think this area here could be golden area to build a swing position for the 200k and more. We can look as well at open interest and founding. So we can see here the short squeeze in Devenir. That's a really big increase in open interest was a trend. It was trending a lot on Twitter. People was expecting a short squeeze from this, but obviously now we know there was big people building a short position here, and now we are not quite at the low, but nearly. Maybe I could do something more clean here. So we know if open interest come back at that area, most of the short positions that have been built here would have been closed, probably. But we are seeing a dip in open interest on USDT contract, and on USD contract we are now below it, and we are approaching the level of this summer low. So again, a level you may look for a reversal. We are starting to see interesting funding as well, maybe even 15 minutes. No, 15 minutes. So as I told last week, here we had negative funding that is usually perceived as bullish, but when I see negative funding on a rise like this, on a breakout, for me I was like, yeah, I'm not sure this is bullish, because negative funding here, who is shorting? Usually when you got negative funding, it means there is a lot of people shorting. sentiment is bearish. But right now, why sentiment will be bearish when we break out the structure? So I was saying, yeah, very possible we are in a trap. And what we really want to see is negative funding coming into the low. So like we are saying now, negative funding coming into the low, which means market is starting to really be in oversold territory. But this is just the beginning, maybe. We can see negative funding happening for weeks. As we saw yeah, during that moment, you see we really have significant negative funding for enough time for people to say yeah, negative funding meaning nothing. Bitcoin is still dipping. We have been in negative funding for weeks and weeks. Yeah, that's maybe what we want to see. Maybe not that long, but for a bit. That's what I would like to see. So yeah, overall, maybe I can come back on this chart here. I'm gonna take this out. Can take a look at volume. So volume on spot is quite low, but as we are doing an ABC here, it's yeah, it's not a problem to see low volume on the financials. Sometime you will get a spike of volume, sometime not. Like here, it's probably an ABC, and we're seeing spike of volume during the C wave. But sometime you will see low volume. But overall, I got the target here. I forget about every other count, taking the volume for this range and this range. And we can see we got the POC of this at about $34,000 on Coinbase, on the spot exchange. And I think that's quite a good target. And we got as well here. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink it. So as we are looking at an ABC here, or a flat, or at least I am looking at, a good target for the C wave is to be the same length as wave A. So this comes to the 1-1 extension here, which align more or less with the POC and the 886 retracement of this move. So we got good confluence in this area. That's why I will be quite happy to buy here if we can see this. Remain to see if we get, as I said, a 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4, and a 5. And maybe starting to see strengths here will be good. Break market structure to make people bullish and trap them. And retrace overall. Take wave for retrace. I think this will play as a resistance still, as a slow. Otherwise, we may have the POC come more or less to the 50. I think it come a bit higher on derivative exchange. But yeah, that's most of it. Can I show anything else? Here I got my level chart. You see, I take this level here quite key. Yeah, I took a daily level that daily and weekly level I like a lot. That made I took a small scalp from it earlier at the daily level you see here, and I think the trade I shared in the group. Yeah, that's it. So I said, okay, we got a 3, a 4, and a 5. We got divergence, we got good volume, and we are starting to see again good volume on a rise. So I'm going to buy the retest golden zone, allowing it to dip more if needed. But golden zone here align with the daily level and give you a good trade. You take profit here on the second one at the 1-1 extension. So I got that daily level. As I say, we got the POC down here. It's a bit higher than Coinbase on Bybit. But yeah, we'll see Bybit. Probably it will dip lower than Coinbase. So I don't know. We got the weekly level down here at 31,800. We are approaching as well the 786. So there's a lot of level where we can look for confluence when trading on a lower time frame. So that's why I keep them here. And knowing that, for example, a monthly or weekly level, price can dip below it. Oh, here's the daily. It's a good example. We got firstly a bounce on the daily, and then it dipped below, but with just a wick. And here you got a retest, and that gives you nice trade. Now what's happening? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we have. Maybe it's done already. Got divergence at the top. Significant selling volume. Yeah, that's. We'll see. I'm gonna keep holding it. I try to stop here. As we'll see. Can take a look at the weekly chart. I didn't look at it yet. I'm going to do this with you. Okay, let's start like this. Right now we got the 100 EMA, the weekly time frame, coming at 31,600 as well. That could be a good bounce zone. Ultimately, if we were to break this summer low, this will not invalidate the flat I'm looking at for a while, but instead of being a running flat, we'll be looking at expanded flat, and maybe that's the worst case scenario. I'm not feeling it right now, but I mean, keep every possibility here. Then you got your 200 SMA and 200 EMA. That's the ultimate support for Bitcoin on a weekly time frame. But yeah, right now bears are still in control, and you see on a weekly time frame as well. We got quite the same level of invalidation. If we were to close back a week above that weekly level, then we are seeing strength. But until then, we are done. On RSI, we are seeing well, we are starting to see a hidden bullish divergence. Hopla. Here. Between here and here. We are at level where we could see a bounce. So we have a trend line support on the downside, and we are still riding this downtrend line. So that's maybe where we will start to see like a bullish divergence building locally, with maybe price doing a lower low and RSI making a higher high, higher low. That will be quite encouraging. OBV, there's something. Not much. And stock RSI is really in oversold territory and is forming a bullish divergence here. Oh, that's good. I think we just need to keep a bit of patience and risk management strict. I will keep on trying to read the correct Elliott wave formation, but ultimately I probably going to look at the formation from a Wyckoff point of view. If this play has a preliminary support and we start to see a selling climax, etc., and we start to see something like this building or a lot on a higher time frame, that's probably what I would use to trade more. I mean, with Elliott wave, but yeah, sometime when looking at the bottom, I'm starting to focus more on Wyckoff when I reaching the target that I got with my counts on the high time frame. And low time frame count will still work, but sometimes it's just a 1 hour time frame that is a bit, that might be misleading, because okay, I'm shifting a lot of charts, but let's come back on this one. Right now I'm showing you this count. It could be the third, it could be the third here and this third here, etc. We have maybe 5, 6 possibilities that are quite good, but still there is maybe tens and tens of possibilities of counts that I'm not seeing yet. We could be starting to form an ending diagonal at some point. I would not know how, but that's things that often happen at the end of such a move. Something that is difficult to read and make low, making you out of taking you out of your trades and just making SFPs of the lows. So that's why I like to use Wyckoff for this. Do you have any question? I'm gonna check the chat. No. Quiet. I think I covered most of it. Oh, I didn't saw that. You see this rise? This rise of long on Bitfinex. How much? 1,500. But overall, we have an increase of 4,000 Bitcoin that have been bought on a margin contract since we broke here, and they are holding it. So you know there's some people that are accumulating here and they are holding on it. And it's not uncommon to see this type of action on Bitfinex where there is a lot of whales playing there. And you know they start, so we're here. So they start building a position, long position all the way down here. So maybe they have a average buy here. Okay, here. So yeah, after it's remained to see if we see a rise of price. Do we see the long being closed or continuing to rise? Because if we are, as I said, in some kind of wave 4, we could see a rise coming above this high, so coming above their average buy, and start to see a decline of this position, leaving them with some cash to buy lower and keep the market healthy. Joep, good stream, great stream. Thank you guys. It made me smile when I say your name. Thank you. Jenny, very interesting. I was going to ask about the ending diagonal, but you covered it. Great. That's it. If I start to read an ending diagonal, I will surely share it. I will probably share it on Twitter as well for the public site. But yeah, I think, did we have one here? No, that was a fifth. But you know, that part was really not easy to read. After when the move is done, it's okay. It's the same, that part, using 3 moves, so you say, okay, it's corrective. And then you're seeing a bit the same thing that we saw last few days, yeah? With something really overlapping and not giving a clear count. So it can be anything you want. At that point, you say, okay, maybe we have some kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're going to slap back down. Personally, I was bullish at that time, so I was looking at a leading diagonal here and an A, B, some kind of ABC or weird correction. But yeah, in crucial moment, gonna be hard to read clear Elliott wave. And sometimes you got really clear like this, an ABC coming right into the target. Wave C, at least on the log scale. We reach a 1-1 extension, so clear ABC. We reach a good retrace level. I think it was a 50 on a log scale again. Yeah. So you get sometimes already clear and sometimes less clear, but usually on the reversal it's not easy, as it wasn't here neither. Here you see 1, 2, 3 move. So you say, okay, maybe we're having a flat 1, 2, 3, and we are going up, but no. No, in fact, don't remember exactly how I did. You can read a weird 5 waves in this move. 5 waves here, and this as well, and you got an ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, forming an ending diagonal. So with a bit of practice, and when you know Bitcoin and you look at this, you use as well the way of some sentiment data, your personal way of trying to feel how the market is. So here funding was really high, so we know it was a bit over bullish. I was bullish anyway here, but I had magic spread warning me on that here. Again, it was not easy because we saw a lot of green. That's when I saw this red here, starting here. I say, okay, this drop, it's not the end. And I shared that on Twitter. I say, yeah, maybe it's possible we are going back to 30K right now. Thank you for the stream. Thank you. Awesome stream, man. Merci. Eh ben, ça fait plaisir. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate your comment. At the end, I do the stream and the coach part at Toros. I do it a bit for myself because it helped me keep staying consistent, etc. But it's also I mean I went into a lot of difficulty when I started trading. I started a few years back, and at first I win a lot because I entered Bitcoin in 2000. Not on this chart, on 2017. I really started trading, I mean, because I bought my first earlier. So that was really easy. I made a lot of money and I say, okay, it's easy trading. Quit my job. And then I suffer during months. But if I can help people being on the good path, yeah, it bring me, I don't find the word. Well, it makes me happy to be able to help people, and it give a bit more meaning into doing this, because it's good to make money for yourself, but I'm not the kind of guy that want to just wreck everybody, you know. I know there is a lot of big guys that are making a lot of money, especially at raking retail trader. And yeah, we are. I mean, we are all in the same boat, and if we can all make money all together, that will be great. Good. Well, on this, I think I'm gonna end the stream. SSK, very good stream. How often you make live streams? Okay, I make live streams once a week for now, for the public stream. After I do live stream for the Toros crew, Toros crypto. I don't. So it's a paid group where we got a lot of learning material that are being done mostly by Luke and Luxury, but we also got other traders, Senti, Money Badger, P, that are doing a lot of great things. And we do live stream like every day. Myself, I'm more on the Elliott wave side, more than the other, that have their own specialties. They know a lot more about how using ExoChart and the TPO chart as well, and scalping, for example. But they know as well swing, no issue. And I do 2 live stream private for the crew. I do a few recorded video, depending on how market is going, if I got a lot of things to say. And yeah, so in the public side, we have a coach corner where we talking about sharing charts. We have a trading chat, private chat, and we have all this learning zone. where I started to do an Elliott wave series. The basis of Elliott wave applied especially for Bitcoin. So it's starting with one video a week, and yeah, there's a lot of things, playbook strategies that give you a lot of little, how you say, everything in one, just to make little trade and know how to be profitable. We got the risk management and a lot of things. So I'm gonna end the stream now. Again, thanks a lot for watching till the end, for participating, for all the great words that you're all saying. That make me feel great, of course. It's always appreciable. So yeah. Don't forget, the only thing you control in the market is how much you lose. So risk management is always key. Don't just follow blindly what someone will tell you, and manage your risk, how much you lose. If you want to keep going, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So yeah, stay focused. And if you are doing this all week as well, try to keep one day or two at least, or at least one day without just opening the chart. And I will do this. Maybe I will look a bit at the chart this weekend because it's volatile, but usually I try to just stay away, do something else, go out, take the sun, and everything. So thanks again. Have a good evening or a good day wherever you are, whenever you watch this, and see you soon.